Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Plug in phone. Plug in phone. There we go. Okay. Damn right. How you doing today, Wiki? No, I understand the whole half asleep thing. It's almost midnight. No, I kind of figured that one, man. See, I figured I'd start everything now and give everybody plenty of time to kind of jump in and catch up. Oh, man. My butt is going to be hurting by the end of the day from sitting in this bloody chair. Of course, I should be used to it since I do 9-hour streams over off of my channel, so... I figured we'll just hang out and vibe to the music. Kind of, yes. Don't blow everything just quite yet, Wiki, but yes, I will. I will most definitely be addressing that here once I give it the usual 10-minute time frame. That's kind of the reason why it is I started the stream a little bit early for everybody. Is I figured it would give enough time for everybody to come in. And unfortunately, I'm not able to do what I normally do on my streams, which is kind of monitor everything a little bit better. I mean, I've got the live chat up here on OBS, thank God. But I can't exactly see how many people is watching, so I keep looking down being like, oh, there's 4 people hanging out. Myself, you, and probably Bill, and maybe Nick, who knows. Just got the 2024 Almanac of American Politics shipped. 2,000 pages. Good Lord. That's a whole lot. Although I suppose Bill can be here in musical form, I guess. It's better than your life. No worries, says the rent is due. No worries, got no power to. No worries. Yep. See, I could sing too. That's why making Bill and Nick the bards doesn't really mean too much. I just sing like an amputee. Can't hold a note and can't carry a tune. Ah. Right. Bill pulling his best Dave Mustaine on this one. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to presume... Oh, no, now there's 5 whole people in here as I try to charge up my phone. which thank God is already at 17%. It was at 15 and was like, fun and gonna die. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll charge this up. Don't worry. Any updates on local area? I mean, the only local update I got is it was cold as balls this morning. In fact, let's check the weather. Alright, let's see. Yeah, they're only calling for a high somewhere near 38 Fahrenheit. Let me switch that. Is there a way to... Nope, there isn't. So I can't exactly do metric. But basically it'd be about like high of maybe 3 degrees. 3 to 5, somewhere in there, Celsius. For our international viewers, like you, Wiki. Yeah, I think I'm right when I say 3. Because, yeah, they're talking, by the time I go into work tonight at about 10, they're talking it's going to be 0 Celsius, so 32 Fahrenheit. And stay fairly close to that. Guess I'll freeze? Yeah, exactly. Really the biggest issue is, like, wind chill in my area, because it's like cornfield, 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 soybean field. Hey, look, a couple of buildings, cornfield, cornfield. So when it comes right down to it, it becomes one of those issues where there's nothing to block the wind. So they're talking like almost 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. It's like, oh, that's no fun. But should hopefully pick up after that. Let's see. 60, 70, 70, 30. What the fuck? 43, 53, 60, 69. Haha, nice. 70 and rainy. Yeah, but that's far enough out. I don't believe that shit. Alright, well... I would say that we have killed enough time here. And that's just me. I'm always in a rush to get shit done. So, as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, the way that today is going to end up working, as you can tell, it is me by myself. And the reason why it is me by myself is because when it comes right down to it, it was supposed to be me and Shane. Bill got stuck at work. He's literally on day 6 of minimum 12 in a row, if not 13 in a row, depending on if he gets forced. Well, no, I take that back. Hold on, because I've been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then he's got to work Sunday too, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah. Yeah, so he'd be in the middle of 12, if not possibly 13 if he gets forced next Saturday as well. And Nick is taking the day off because it's him and his lady's 4-year anniversary of being together and dating. So we understand that one. To put it the way that we usually put it within the group, the fucking is happening. So because he's in the middle of hanging out with his lady and eating food and you know, watching movies and having a good old grand time. It was supposed to be me and Shane. I don't see a Shane. So we kind of have a little bit of a dilemma here. So, as it stands, we could do one of 3 things. Either one, we could do a fan Q&A where I answer, you know, your guys' questions. Number 2, boop, is I've got this list, right? It's a playlist that I made many a moon ago. Let me copy this mug. And I'm going to put it right in here. See, and that playlist is literally all of the old Reploid production videos. as well as a couple of the fandom night videos, like Shane is Missing, which I may end up playing anyway, because once again he was lured into the woods with promises of candy and video games and a good time. As well as I did peep the difference between Annoyed Gamer Revenge and Victory Cola, and the only difference is this one actually has the credits to it, and Victory Cola does not. And then let's see, what else is Fandom Night? Shane Butchers a Name, and over off of my channel, I already did the Classic versus Modern, and did some bitching. As well as I did add the Bruce Lee episode 100 special. But the problem with that one is it's only part 1, and it basically cuts off mid-conversation because it was a 3-hour episode, and parts 2 and 3 are just missing to the universe. I remember we already watched Classic versus Modern. Exactly. We could go into some of the matchups you ended up not doing. You're not wrong, but at the same time, I didn't really write any of them down. I do have a list here, and this list here is something for once everybody can decide on what it is that we're doing today. I'm going to pick one, and we're going to get to it. But the other thing that I could do as well is I could just turn on Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth and play a game I'm playing on my channel on this channel. But that's kind of up to you guys. The other thing I could do as well is I've also got my Google Drive. And in my Google Drive, I have a bunch of stuff. Like Comics Toss, for example. So we could listen to some of the Comics Toss episodes together and discuss. Although I know Bill's already working on episodes with that, so that's obviously not something we would do. But there's like the Legacy of Gaming, so all of this that we could go through. Because, believe it or not, that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that we used to do a crap ton of shows. We had the Legacy of Gaming, the Controller Pileup, Pages of Fandom. There was the What's Up. Of course, there's Sentai Review, which I didn't throw any of those episodes in here yet because it didn't transfer correctly. Same thing with, I would love to get into this Reploid stuff folder, but there ain't nothing here. And sadly, same thing with the What's Up. But there is a bunch of stuff, including a bunch of random crap, like some of the Sentai stuff, a bunch of like random episodes, like the flashbacks, wrestling corners, like the Godzilla reviews. I mean, like, there's literally a bunch of crap, including like, oh yeah, when oh god, I feel bad, I can't remember his name. The Nintendo president that died, I think it was Iwata. I don't know. The changes to the Star Wars episodes, because good lord, my brain. But like, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously, this is all stuff the Bill's going to be going through and possibly turning into episodes. Let's see here. I'd pick Classic Comics Toss and Legacy of Gaming. Let's see here. Did you see the internet going gaga for the Tifa swimsuit? Spicy stuff. No, actually, Greg, I did not. I did not see that at all. Clips from the upcoming Rebirth release. No, the only thing I saw is there's a couple of artists that I follow on Twitter, or well, X, however you want to look at it if you're an Elon simp, for Elmo Musk. Um, but because this is my show now, I'm gonna smoke on stream. Not like I didn't last time when we ended up doing the D&D episode. Which, by the way, how many people actually did enjoy the D&D episode? Greg, oh no. Actually, surprisingly, no. While you think that's a joke, no. Everybody will be horny on Maine. FCC is coming for me. No, actually, no. Surprisingly, the FCC cannot come for me because this is marked as not for children. It's not age restricted, I don't believe, but it's marked, hey, kids, don't watch this shit, because there's a fat ass who, eats food on camera and wipes his nose on his shirt and smokes cigarettes and says shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits, which is part of the Carlin Code. So that's all things that, happens. I think on an almost daily basis, anytime that we end up streaming, yeah, that's usually something that comes out of my mouth is one of those words. Um, Federal Cigarette Commission is unhappy that you're not the appointed smoke. To be fair, it wouldn't be the Federal Cigarette Commission. It would be ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. So yeah. But yeah, so like I said, guys, it's one of those things where if you guys want me to, I can open Discord and we can turn this into a fan night episode where I just kind of let people in and we sit around and BS and talk and hang out and do stuff for a couple hours. Like I said, we can watch some videos, we can listen to some old episodes, basically. So watch videos and or listen to episodes. Or I could play a video game because I do have several video games. I've got, let's see, Cthulhu Saves the World, Saints Row 2, which is glitchy and will break, Shadows over Loathing, Breath of Death, wouldn't be able to do Metro, Ring of Pain, Slay the Spire, wouldn't be able to do Spyro, wouldn't be able to do New Vegas, or like I said, I've got Final Fantasy VI or Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth as well. But yeah, that's all stuff to do. Strange Gloma. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I'm surprised that Jorno isn't here either, so maybe me marking it as not for children did age restrict it. It shouldn't have been, but at the same time I literally can only do this through OBS. So I can't get as detailed as I could like on my personal streams where I could be like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't care." So, you seem to be the only one here hanging out with me, Wiki. What are we doing today? Are we watching episodes? Are we playing a game? Are we doing a fan night? What are we doing, buddy? I doubt Discord option works. I mean, technically speaking, all I got to do is go boop. There are 7 people here. Yeah, I can believe it. It's thinking, come over here. It's in streamer mode, so yeah, people who don't want to be known won't be known. Save me. Anyone else? Okay, if we don't know, here's what we do. Oh, goody, I have an email. That's good to know. Oh, actually, D&D Beyond. Let's go to my characters. Let's pick Osborne because I haven't played with him in a hot minute. Let us roll a d4. So, a 1, squirm. Shut up, Greg. All right. You already know when it comes to sink or swim, my ass is goddamn swimming, boy. Kidding me? I literally have the ability to sustain this channel right now by myself just by simply turning on music and just sitting here smoking. Because that's literally all I got to do, man. Did you post a link to Discord? I did not. If you would like to do that, feel free, man. But yes, so I'm going to say if it comes up as a 1, then we'll do a Q&A episode today, just me hanging out with everybody. Inside of Discord, obviously, I'd open up one of the chats and just whoever wants to hop in can hop in and we'll talk random shit. If I roll a 2, we'll just go through random episodes. We'll watch them. I'll talk about them. You know, go through what my experiences with them are. If I was in the episode, if I wasn't in the episode at all. We'll just kind of watch them and hang out. If it's a 3, I'm gonna play a game, and you guys can be bored as all hell. And if it's a 4, it's re-roll. So let's roll this. Oh shit, it's a 2. Alright, so let's start off at the top with R is taking over, one of the first majorly produced episodes that we ended up doing.
Diet, really?
Now, right off the bat, I do have to stop it. So, we're actually filming at our buddy Jack's house. When it comes down to it with Jack, he was a part of the crew for a hot minute. Anytime it came down to the podcast, he didn't really say much. So, after a while, he ended up dealing with some personal shit and ended up leaving the group. And I mean, he was a good member. He had some funny stuff that came up here and there. He was like a really big jokester. But I'm not gonna say it was a loss for, you know, him not sticking around. But there are times I do miss the guy because he was pretty funny.
Damn it, I died! Sweet, man.
And that right there is the reason why we don't let Shane ad-lib. That's literally all I had to say is, damn it, I died! And he already corpsed. He corpsed right off the bat. He starts laughing. Thank God young Nick can save the scene.
That's why I can't take you anywhere. You get me killed, and then you're like, oh man, we gotta do this. No, dead. That was fucking there's the guy behind you. Okay, dude, I don't give a crap what you think. You respawned. Okay, I can understand that. You respawned and brought 3 enemies with you. I did for Nick. I don't control. Was defeated because of you. I do not control where I respawn at. I saved your life, buddy. You were the bullet to the head.
Also a young Bill. There's me trying to hide behind Greg as Greg's standing in the corner.
Are you serious? Dude, horrid. Yeah, I'm busy, dude.
It's just in the dryer. Go get it real quick.
Right.
And in case you missed that part, that was Jack sitting in the chair, and he says, hey, can you go change over my laundry for me? And Bill goes, really? He goes, hey, it's just over there in the dryer, man. Just pull it out. Whatever.
What's up, dude?
What are you doing?
Reading Pokemon, taking a shit?
Jack! Taking a shit! Like
And you can hear everybody corpsing in the background. Our cameraman, which was Jason, our buddy Jay, starts laughing. That was Kage, better known as Spencer, on the channel. He legitimately had his pants around his ankles. He wasn't pooping, he was just sitting there with like a Pokedex book covering his nuts. And it took Bill 6 fucking tries to do the line without breaking or corpsing, just nothing. Like, he literally, this is the video that came up with, professional, damn it! And Nick's like, what the fuck is going on down there? Because him and Shane were literally up there playing Rainbow New Vegas 6, I believe it was. Him and Shane both were. And they kept fucking just, oh my god! As well as Jack taking his shit, because it made all of us laugh so damn much.
the only toilet I can find. This house is huge. It's done. I'm sorry I died. Yeah, that's very...
Oh, dude, man, you wouldn't believe all the BS I got to deal with at work, man. Like,
Hey, look, I'm fatter!
well, yeah, but
Dude, I would totally believe all the BS you put up with at work
truck stop that had a Subway attached to it.
Oh,
Okay,
dude.
I know what you put up with.
See, but that's like the worst part.
And
I'm
him,
not even talking
Spencer
about
immediately
customers,
goes from sitting on the toilet taking a dump to now he's outside with me smoking.
Not my game, dude.
Your voice is higher. It was a character I was putting on.
What are you doing? Dude,
So essentially, what used to happen, Wiki, is back in high school, me and my friends used to backyard wrestle. That's kind of the reason why Shane and Scott and I all ended up doing the wrestling corner. So because me and a bunch of my friends in high school, Bill included, we used to backyard wrestle. I would basically put on a persona. So like the music would hit and I'd come out and be like, "What's going on, everybody? We're gonna do this show tonight. Let's do it, yeah!" kind of thing. So I purposely like added some extraness to myself when it's forced. It was faked. So when they were like, "Yeah, no, we're doing a scripted thing for the channel," I tried to channel the same shit. Like you'll see it better in the next video where you could clearly tell it's not me being me. I'm putting on a bit of a persona. But I've since then kind of knocked it off. And part of that is because I have the exact same issue that Shane does, where I have a fear of public speaking. God damn it. I think I cut myself shaving because now I got a scab. Yeah, whatever. I know. I'm annoying the shit out of everybody. But no, so like me and Shane both have a fear of public speaking, but it's one of those things where because I'm behind the camera and you guys aren't actually standing here in front of me, I'm not like, people, there's too many people. Why are there so many people? I need to get the hell away from all these people. So it's one of those things where, and I just realized I keep spiking on my mic. Let me boop down a bit. Okay, that should be a hell of a lot better. See, yeah, much better. See, that's why I always listen to my stuff. But yeah, so it just kind of became one of those things where I would put on the persona to be able to kind of keep doing what it is I needed to do and go from there. So let's try to continue. Oh yeah, right, because I clicked out of this.
it's doing it on its own. What the hell are you guys doing down there?
Wait, program. You know what to do.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh yeah, and that's Kevin. He literally calls him program.
Oh well, like I see what you're saying. Like today, I was at work and I was doing my job and I fell
What the
down.
fuck?
And instead of this guy coming over and being like, "Dude, are you okay?" He's sitting on his fork truck and he's like, "That guy fell down."
Oh, dude.
And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, buddy." See, now I would almost rather, like I hate to say it, but I would almost rather put up with that crap. Like the other day, my dumb ass says, "Hey, let's go get a gym membership. New year, might as well slim down a bit." A bit? Shut up.
So he literally ended up making that joke while the camera was focused on me. So we literally did a hard cut and went back and had him re-record the scene of going a bit. So yeah, that's the magic of movies.
Regardless.
Finish check the back doors. Nope, nobody's been in. Network secure. Wait. Can't do that. He is the system.
What the hell?
Guys?
Past 3 days spent it sitting in a hot tub, whirlpool bath, hot tub, whirlpool bath, and my legs still hurt, dude. It's ridiculous.
By the way, this is a real story.
Guys, it's him. He's finally taken over.
Oh shit.
Come on, man. We gotta get inside the pool.
Oh yeah, and my fat ass trying to run. But yeah, that was a legitimate story. I honestly did get a gym membership. Me and my buddy went for one day. I worked out for 2 hours and fucked my shit up.
I've sat on the sideline for too long. I have witnessed the growth of this community as each step forward has changed us.
Oh hey, it's Bill under a distortion.
And I have seen the sad. I've kept my opinions to myself. I have come justice. I have spoken. Take what you will from it.
Now, that line there, excuse me, I have spoken, take what you will from it. That's something that we not only ended almost every single video with, but we decided to try to turn it into like a video series. In fact, I think I ended up having like 4 or 5 different I Have Spoken episodes that went up on Reploid Productions. But most of them are just kind of me rambling for the sake of trying to get used to being on camera more. So, like, some of them were opinions that, like, normally was supposed to be, like, hot take kind of stuff. Like, I think Final Fantasy VII is the worst Final Fantasy ever, and that 12 is the greatest thing that ever exists. You know what I mean? Or just, like, stupid shit like that to try to get people talking. But it became one of those things where, like, I think I was just like, yeah, no, Kefka is the greatest Final Fantasy villain ever. And I don't see too many people who will argue with me on that fact. Because he literally is, like, the greatest villain because he does the most horrendous shit in those games. You know what I mean? So I just kind of spouted off some nonsense, which those are recorded in Bill's bedroom at the time. Because I could easily get away from the rest of the group and kind of talk with the camera sitting right there. I don't even remember who ran camera for me. But yeah, that's basically all it was. By the way, it's about to get loud, so rip headphone users.
Welcome to the Four Chairs. There's nobody here. Okay, we've been gone for a long, long time. Mostly this is my fault. Things got a little overrun. I got overwhelmed. We kind of shut down for a second.
Isn't it weird to see a younger Bill with actual dark hair and not bald Bill with his salt and pepper mustache?
But
Just saying.
we are back. We're filming on a regular schedule. We do have shows coming back out. The Four Chairs is again continuous. We will have a Four Chairs, I'm hoping, once a month so far.
Kinda
But in
yes and
case
kinda
we
no.
don't, there are other shows that we're going to be doing also. The Four Chairs, first off, would like to say that the Back to the Future thing, though it looked good, though I was enjoying it, it's done. I'm not going to do part 1, part 2, part 3, and Blu-ray, and then talk about other things. It's too much. We should have cut it down to 1 episode at the start. We didn't. That's partially my fault. I wanted to do every single one, like a continuum, but it just became too much, and everybody got burnt out. The Four Chairs will come back and will make good on one promise, however. We originally said, back when we started this, that we would buy the Blu-ray editions of Back to the Future, and we would tell you whether or not they're worth your money. Now, I already have my opinion. I'm not going to give it here.
And I don't know if Bill actually gave his opinion or not on the Four Chairs. I don't even remember if that's an episode that we actually filmed and got taken care of. Because this would have been right around the time that I actually fully started joining in and doing episodes with the guys again. Because at the time, I was living at my mom's, and she basically moved out to Bloomington, Illinois, which is way the hell away from Peoria, where most of the other guys are. So it was one of those things where it's like a 2-hour drive, and I didn't own a car at the time. Hell, I don't even think I could drive. I didn't actually learn how to drive until shortly after I'd moved back and was living in the same apartment complex as Bill, Shane, our disembodied voice Jeremy, because I was actually his roommate, and then Spencer, Jack, and Kevin were basic. Oh, and our buddy Greg, who you saw in the last video, who's basically our producer. He's one of the guys who was passing out a lot of the money to help get us off the ground and keep us going in the beginning. We were basically almost all living in the exact same apartment complex. Like, it was like 12 or 15 buildings, and it was like three of us were in one building, four of us were in another building, two of us were in a different building. Like, we just kind of wandered around and we'd like, man, I'm bored. I'm going to go up to Bill's. Oh, Bill's not even home. Shit. All right, I'm going to go to Shane's. Oh, Shane's asleep. I'm going to go over to Greg's. Oh, Greg's at work. I'm going to go, you know what I mean? So we could just wander around and hang out a hell of a lot more easily because we were literally within walking distance. Almost like back in high school for like Bill and I, but a little bit better because it was the entire group at the time.
We're going to give it to you in the 4 chairs on our very first episode. And that we will do. That'll be coupled with a couple other Blu-rays in general, what we think about what Blu-ray is, what it can do, what we want to see that it's not doing, and the movies that you should waste your money on. But that was simply the 4 chairs. We have 3 other main programs that are going to be running at least 3 posts per month. One of those programs is...
Oh, God, man. Hey, sorry I'm late. That blizzard was just psychotic out there.
It's not snowing.
Okay, I lied. The wind's just really heavy, and it's a long walk to get here.
It's not windy.
See, you can see Nick trying not to corpse every time where he just starts smiling like, you fucking prick. Because this was not, it was scripted, but it wasn't scripted. It was, okay, I'm going to come in, I'm going to make the apology, you come in, you talk about this show, you come in, you talk about that show, you come in, you talk about the other show, and we're just going to keep swapping out chairs and kind of go from there.
Okay, fine, I was late. You happy now? Anyways, one of the other shows that we have is called Dream Matchup. Basically, we're going to be pitting 2 video game characters against each other. For example, the first idea we actually do have is Samanosuke from Onimusha versus Dante from Devil May Cry.
Now, this was basically our reaction, like what we were going to do to try to like compete, in quotes, with Death Battle, because Death Battle was back in its infancy. In fact, for anybody who's still here, all 4 of you, myself included, so all 3 of you who are actually paying attention, as well as anybody who may catch the VOD later, because I know I'm about as entertaining as watching paint dry. At least I'm honest. But I figured something out. So we had been posting long enough that our channels actually predate Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Game Theory, only because of actual Game Theory. MatPat had it like as his own personal channel for a while there. So like the first 7 or 8 videos that he uploaded were like him doing like musicals and plays and actual theater stuff. So I kind of don't count that, but at the same time I do. As well as like several others. I want to say like Game Grumps may have beat us out back in the JonTron era. I know James Rolfe and everything over at Cinemassacre with the Angry Video Game Nerd beat us out. As well as that guy with the glasses beat us out. And of course all the Machinima stuff would have predated our channel. But around this era would have been around the time that like YouTube was really starting to take off and people realized that they could just hop on YouTube and create channels. So, like I said, it's one of those things where Death Battle had just started. It was like just in its infancy. And Bill, Nick, and Shane guaranteedly were watching it almost religiously kind of thing. Although I can't say religiously, but they were watching it quite often. And they were like, fuck it, we could do that kind of shit, and we don't have to be like, oh, well, in this game, fucking Link can become fucking immortal and never be hurt and never damaged, and so Link can beat the living shit out of God himself. And it's like, what the fuck? You literally found one comic book where the fucking power set for Wolverine was like, nothing can touch him ever. Meanwhile, I have a What If comic that literally says Kitty Pryde phased her hand into Wolverine's head as he chopped off her fucking arm, so her hand ended up stuck inside of his head. So he was stuck in an infinite loop of dying, being reborn, and dying until they could figure out what the fuck happened to Wolverine that made him go schizo psycho. But because of that, fucking Wolverine can literally take out Superman. Get fucked. You know what I mean? So this was kind of going to be our answer to that, but I think we only filmed like 2 or 3 episodes and it went away.
What we're going to do is we're going to do it a bit different than some of the other ones have done online as it is right now. All they do is pretty much just take your votes. We don't agree with that.
See,
We
Death
at
Battle.
Rebel Productions do not agree with the way they do it anyways, because it's just stupid how they're like, well, hey, this person, everyone's back behind them, fanboys. We don't do that. We're actually going to sit down and actually go through every single tiny bit of detail that we can actually hunt down for information, and we're going to actually pit these two
Phone is
people
at
together
40.
kind of like
Let me put
a
this
Devil
mother
Warrior
up
type
here in my
thing.
lap.
We're going to come out with all the stats that we can find, all the info, all the mythology, everything that we possibly can to do it. We actually have quite a bit of stuff already planned out. As I said, Samanosuke from Onimusha and Dante from Devil May Cry is going to be the first one, I
That's just
believe.
the gas bill.
We have a couple other ones like the Shining Force 1 and 2, what would happen if we pit them against each other. There's just a bunch of them that we have already planned. There's so many possibilities. Pretty much that's about it for that one. The next show is, God, what was it?
Hey man, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, I feel better.
Oh, that's good. So,
Don't you hate it when you get pee on your hands after you get out of the bath?
oh my God!
I guess it's just me then. The other show that we have coming up is a little thing that we like to call Real Life. Now, granted, you're like, real life? Dude, I've already seen every reality show on the face of the planet.
Again, I am fatter. That shirt looks horrible on me because my boobs hang out better. And you can clearly tell that, like I said before, I'm putting on a bit of a persona to be used to being in front of the camera. You can also see I was half corpsing with that big, like, shit-eating grin. Just, come on, motherfucker, I'm gonna be funny. But yeah, this show, it never got the fuck off the ground. Like, a lot of our ideas, we had thoughts, and I don't think we ever recorded an episode for this. I feel like it would be kind of a funny idea, but to be fair, I think other people have already beat us to the punch with it.
But this isn't reality. This is what if
Excuse me.
this happened. So let's say you're in Castlevania. Castlevania physics run free. Does that mean in order to eat, my fat ass has to go over there and whip the wall to get a pot roast to eat? Come on! I can just go to the fridge and get a pot roast. Come on, man. I'm not that lazy. Okay, maybe I am. But still, point is, like, what would happen if we were in an RPG? Could I just randomly walk into your house? Are you really that stupid that you leave your front door unlocked like I usually do? You can just wander in and go, hey, look at this, PS3. Look here, there's a GameCube. Oh, man, I haven't seen a Super Nintendo in forever.
I'm taking this.
I ain't taking your stuff. Hey, put that back! See? That's not even his stuff.
You see what I mean? That, and of course, this was 13 years ago. And it was also before I was a smoker. So, obviously, smoking will degrade your voice. Same thing with the voice acting that I've done. Doing an abridged series with Scott, which makes you basically gargle concrete and razor blades. And when you can get that deep and gravelly voice going, don't you know I'm the big bad evil guy?
But I mean,
So,
what if
yeah.
you could just wander in and go, hey, look at all this cool stuff. Hey, look at this pot. $300, cool. Set it down, walk out, come back
Alright,
in.
later, Wiki.
Hey, look, another pot with $300. Walk out. Now, that would be cool, because then my fat ass wouldn't be broke. But you get what I'm saying here. It's real life with video game physics and video game understandings. Things that we take for granted. But then again, the last thing that we got going on, which is kind of the best one that we got going, other than, of course, Dream Matchup, but still. Hey, man,
I
Not
have
bad.
spoken.
Well, yeah, of course you've spoken.
No, that's the name of the last thing we're working on.
I
have spoken.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah. Basically, what I have spoken is.
Wait, hold that thought. I'm gonna go grab a Twinkie. You want one?
No, thank you. I'm watching my girlish figure.
Alright.
Basically, what I have spoken is gonna be. The show's gonna be about is it's an opinion show. We all have our own feelings about things, like.
And Spencer as well had a big problem with being on camera. In fact, he ends up giving a couple like high signs, like scratching at his face, like, guys, come save my ass, because I don't know what the fuck else to do, and I can't exactly tap dance my way through this. Jesus Christ, if I could fucking talk. Then again, I did get done, 12 hours ago, fucking, about 12 hours ago, starting work and being fucking beat the shit out of by running, jumping, and hiking, basically, by fucking cleaning up an entire fucking goddamn gas station. Anyway, moving on.
Some of us are original.
By the way, if
Man.
I'm not facing you, it's because I'm watching the
Others are
screen,
X,
which
you
is
know, whatever,
over here.
But what Opinionation is going to be is we're each going to be by ourselves on the camera. We're going to tell you what we're giving you our opinion on, and that's what it is. It's our opinion. You might not like it. The other people in our group might not like it, but...
Oh yeah, I forgot we called it Opinionation in the beginning, because later it turned into I Have Spoken, which, like I said, came from the last video where we were like, oh, well, if you're going to end it with I have spoken, then that's how we're going to end all of them. I have spoken, take what you will from it.
Like I said, it's our opinion. So, I mean, as you can see, we've got a pretty good stable roster of stuff we're planning on doing.
Like, this game sucks.
Like, that game sucks. Thank you. Now, we've got a pretty good stable roster of what shows we're
Can't even
planning
remember
on
what
doing.
fucking game he
Obviously,
held
the Four
up.
Chairs is the big one.
Because, of course, this is so
everybody's
old,
probably
we were
waiting
only
to come
allowed
back.
to
It was a
record in
big watcher of
480p.
Reploid Productions.
So I can't see through all the
But then
pixels.
we've got Dream Matchup and Real Life. I personally am looking forward to Real Life because I'd like to walk into somebody's house, break a pot, and find $300. I don't know about anybody else, but... Yeah, I mean...
Oh yeah, you can also hear us fucking chit-chatting in the background when Bill's like, so who's gonna go out and save him? We're like, what? He's like, who's going out to fucking save him? And I'm like, what?
We've already got some stuff in the works. We've already
Because
filmed some stuff.
Spencer
Haven't
keeps
got it
looking
posted
over
yet. We're
like,
getting there,
guys, get the fuck over here.
but glad you guys could stick around. As you can see, we've got some new faces.
Wait, new faces. Sorry.
Yeah. We have new people in
When?
the group.
Who?
Me?
No, you've always been around, man.
You confuse me. I'm leaving.
Hey, where did everybody... And they left me here again. Well, anyways, from Reploid Productions... What the...
By the way, have fun finding a ride home.
What the... You son of a... Anyways, from Reploid Productions, you know, we're still trying to keep it up. You know, stay tuned. And you son of a bitch, get back here!
Yep, Nick said we're trying to keep it up. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna skip this. This was a test where we were literally going through making like a Pokemon skit, and like every time that you would end up Pokemon battling, yeah, see the audio on it is fucked. But yeah, we were gonna try to do like a Pokemon skit, and College Humor beat us to it. So we kind of said, well, fuck it. They did it. Idea's done. It's over. Because most people aren't gonna be able to like go back and see, oh well, we had this like 6 months ago. Like this was our idea. We started doing it. Copyright us. Because it's College Humor. They've got big dick money. So, fuck it. And Shane's just sitting there like, what the fuck? Bill's old apartment.
I had a midlife crisis. You could ride a car.
You were filming that, right?
Yeah.
Never mind, the staff is not hard at work. That is us hard at work. Oh, yeah. My favorite review Bill ever did.
I show you what I collected and whether or not it's worth your time. And today, I have...
Now, to pause it here. This was a house that Bill moved into along with Shane and Bill's ex. And we used to record everything down in the basement. In fact, I think the next couple of videos are going to be down in this basement. Yeah, this and how to bash how-tos. So the death that's like the Grim Reaper thing that's on the back. Here, let me show you guys. So Bill's had this Bruce Lee cut out for years. And this death figurine was like a Halloween decoration where we had decided we were going to do a Castlevania video before fucking AVGN did it. And we were like, well, fuck, it doesn't matter. Like, the only clips that we have, we could make as a commercial. And even then, we don't have all the right shit anymore to actually, like, finish making the review. Because Bill was like, you know what? AVGN did it. I don't give a fuck. This will be our take on it as compared to his take on it. And we were like, all right, fair. You know, fuck it, we ball. But, yeah.
This game fucking sucks!
Yep, that was the whole review. This is another one of my favorites.
Hey guys, Reploid Bill from ReploidProductions.com here today, and you know what really irritates me? Ignorant how-to videos on YouTube. Like I don't know how to tie my shoes.
Figure I might as well turn it up a bit.
That's brilliant! Or like, what about plugging in an appliance? I don't know how to do that one either.
Now, this here is Jay. Jay used to help us out with running the camera. He lent us a soundboard that he had gotten to help us with the first podcasts. As well as he kind of helped us with some of the ideas. In fact, Jason ended up being in a couple of the original Sentai episodes because before Jay ended up leaving to move to Texas for work, he ended up hanging out for like the beginning bits of like JAKQ. So when we did like the first big chunk, I think it was JAKQ. Damn it. Now I gotta go back. Hold on. Let me. Doopa-doopa-doopa-doo. No, I didn't need that one. I needed the other one. Fuck. That one. Where is Fandom Night? No. What the fuck? Should be right here next to Bill. There it is. Okay, so let's just do it this way. Let's go to videos. Let's go to oldest. A-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. Okay, so he did Go Ranger, JAKQ, Battle Fever J, Denzemon, Sun Vulcan. Yes, and that was it because that was the first. So we did the first 6. So it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, so I guess we did get into Goggle V. So he was there for Go Ranger, JAKQ, Battle Fever J, Denzemon, Sun Vulcan, and Goggle V. Because he literally, as soon as the big one came up on screen for JAKQ, he was like, Daft Floyd Rangers, I would party with these guys. So yeah, so he was there for some of it in the beginning, but he never really spoke too often. He just kind of helped us run the cameras and helped set up lights and do shit like that behind the scenes in the beginning.
It was that easy all this time! Or like, are there people out there that actually don't know how to close a fucking box?
Which is great because Nick can't close the box and then Bill can't close the box because he's trying to be pissy.
Really?
Close, 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 and then he folds the wrong end. And then he gets pissed and says, fuck it.
Or for that matter, why don't I just, I don't know, maybe I need information on how to flip somebody off.
Step 1, step 2.
No, I can do it too! Maybe I don't know how to blink. My eyes! They feel so fucking relieved! Maybe I don't know how to walk. Heel toe, fucking genius! Maybe I need to fucking learn how to throw something on the floor, you know, because it's not fucking good up here. It's just, this is...
So, here's another reason why this one's one of my favorites. This quote right here.
Leave it down!
What the fuck, guy?
I no joke. There was a program I found on the internet that let you like clip YouTube videos before you could actually like clip and download shit. And I had that set as my like text tone for Bill. It'd be, leave it down! What the fuck, guy? Oh yeah, the Super Star Wars. You know what? We'll come back to Super Star Wars.
Has anyone seen this person? He goes by the name Shane McCree Proto Guy, and he has completely disappeared from fandomnight.com. We have no clue what's going on. We believe that he was lured into the woods with promises of candy and Christmas morning.
Damn right.
Sure, we're on the lookout for him, but because of this misfortunate tragedy, we will have to cut the next two episodes.
He's still missing today.
Them. We can't do them. We're sorry. We said the next two episodes would incorporate this person, and as far as we understand, he's enjoying Christmas morning somewhere, possibly in the woods with candies and rainbows and unicorns and who knows what else. So, in its place, we are going to do two other videos. We're going to have to play some of these video games we've been talking about. The first one will be Beats of Power. It will feature Scott Action Jackson and William Bush, Reploid Bill. Aside from that, the next one will be a tournament on the Sega Genesis with the old Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game featuring most of the entire crew. We will go through the arcade mode, battle each other, and so on and so forth, and hopefully it is going to be a very good show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But until we can locate our fallen person here, our missing person, we are going to have to delay the next two episodes. We apologize. Send your wishes and prayers to the Christmas morning that Shane is currently enjoying somewhere in the woods.
Which the joke there is that I had Shane pinned down in the woods for Christmas morning, because Christmas morning is always bad for Shane. Now, this one I am going to play because we do not believe in censorship on this channel. However, I am going to go ahead and give out trigger warnings up top because there are gamer words in here that need to be avoided. And the reason being is because it was 10 years ago. Now, 10 years ago would have put us in 2014, but we were still dumbasses. And certain words were still a part of our vernacular. That's just how we are. In fact, there's a lot of the old episodes you can go and find, and they're not going to be, aha, gotcha moments. Now you're canceled. We know we're idiots. We don't use those words anymore. So just don't even fucking worry about it. I'm just warning you up top. If you're afraid of certain words, some are going to be said, but it's idiots being idiots. And we'll leave it at that. Let us skip the intro. Jesus, I forgot. We had like a 2-minute intro.
All right, Reploid Bill.
Let me just make sure. There we go.
All right, Reploid Bill from ReploidProductions.com.
Program. Haven't seen me in a while, but I'm back.
There's my cup in the background from drinking. There's death. This was Bill's room in his dad's house after him and his ex had split. Bill ended up back at his dad's because that's happened to pretty much all of us. It happened to Nick, it happened to Bill, it happened to me, and I believe it even happened to Shane. Where we got with a girl, things were going good, we moved in together, and then shit went sideways. Because that's life. So Bill ended up back at his dad's house, and we ended up in the attic, which was Bill's room. In fact, to be fair, if things had worked out the way that they would have worked out, there's a good chance that Bill would be owning his father's house, like this house that we're in right now, recording. And we would have literally had the entirety of the house to basically record and set up a proper studio that isn't literally like a fucking closet. Because no offense to Bill's office, putting 5 fat fucks in a small fucking room with a giant ass desk and a bunch of fucking chairs while there's shelving units and stuff everywhere, it gets a little cramped. I'm not gonna fucking lie. So obviously we would have had way more room up here in the attic, as well as there would have been the basement, which would have required a little bit of some fucking soundproofing. But yeah, I mean, we would have had plenty of room and the ability to do stuff. Luckily, Bill was still able to get the house he's in now, so we still have a place to record in should we all be able to get together. Unlike today where Bill's fucking stuck at work and Shane is lost in the woods with promises of candy and Christmas mornings, and Nick's busy spending time with his girlfriend on their 4-year anniversary.
About 2 years.
Yeah,
And
about.
because you've been missing for so long, you're gonna debut in our new game, new thing that we're gonna do here, segment.
Okay.
This is called Epic Game Time, where we play an epic game.
Where we
Tonight's
purposely
game
set up Kevin.
is called 3-card bullshit. It's very simple.
And I
But
just
there
noticed
are
that
a
giant
lot
fucking
of
zit
rules.
on
I
Bill's
mean,
neck.
A
He
lot
means
of rules.
a lot of rules.
Yes, there
It
are a
takes
lot
quite
of
a
rules
long
to
time
this
learn
game.
the game.
I'm a
But I
quick
won't-
learner, so let's do it.
All right, well, I won't cheat you. It's very, very simple. You'll get 3 cards. I'll get 3 cards. It's almost like playing war. One of the decks is going to win. All right?
Simple enough.
You got a queen, and a king, and an ace. It's actually a
The Ace of Spades! The Ace of
Five.
Spades!
All right. I got bad news. This queen actually loves hearts, and without his woman, he's useless. And these 2 are better than him. He's done. You got
So,
3
wait, whoa,
and
whoa,
a
whoa,
jack
whoa, whoa,
and a
whoa,
king.
whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa. I had the better hand there. So
No, you
how,
didn't.
how the fuck did
Because
you
I
get
had a heart, and the queen loves hearts, and without his queen, the king is useless.
Kevin almost
and
instantly
the
picks
spade
up on
here
this.
is less than these 2 cards. You lost that hand.
That's bullshit.
That's how it fucking works.
Oh.
That's why
I
the
got a
game is
queen.
called bullshit.
I can win this time. then.
This dude likes her. Those 2 run away. The jack is completely worthless, and he's lower than these 2 cards. Lost another hand.
Wait, well, your cards were lower last time. How the fuck did you win that time? How did I not win?
It's all about contradicting rules. Let's see.
So when do I
I
get
got
to
a
make
king
rules?
that commands all.
Bill literally gives away the entire game right there. It's about making contradictory rules. And Kevin goes, well, when do I make rules?
Troops, your guys switch sides.
That's bullshit.
What are you talking about? This is how the game is played. You got a 3, a 2, and a 6. Doesn't even matter what I got. That's an automatic losing hand.
What the fuck game is this?
That's the way it works. You got a 2 and a 3 at the same time, and they're both useless cards.
Yeah.
A joker. Oh, man.
No, I got a joker, so
I got a joker.
No, my joker was first.
The
Your
Joker,
joker
no,
can
the
suck a
Joker
dick.
does something very interesting. The Joker actually switches our deck, and then these guys leave, and I told you the Jack was useless, and I have more cards than you. There's a Jack, a 4, and a 4. Doubles, you already lost.
You had doubles earlier.
But the Jack is useless, so you had nothing to back them up.
This game makes no fucking sense.
There's just
What?
a lot of
No.
rules.
These are
Got a
bullshit
king,
rules.
he
You're just
commands all
making this
troops.
shit up, like right now.
I'm not making nothing up. This
You
is how
are
the
making
game.
it. No, you're
Just
not
because
making.
you can't win, dude. Oh, Jack is useless. Jack leaves. The ace.
I have
There
a
you
feeling
go.
I know why this is called Bill shit.
This is not called Bill shit.
It is to us.
Look at
Those
that.
have been playing it for
Perfect deck.
years.
Ooh, I got the 3 and the 4. They cancel, but she runs away with these guys to have an orgy. My 6-1. Game!
What just happened?
You lost.
At least you didn't lose. the
Yep,
faggots
and
on
then there's
channel.
gamer words.
I guess this was Reploid Productions, and this is an awesome game. Yeah. Bullshit.
Alright, we're going to skip this one. And the only reason being is because we're going to do the behind the scenes and then watch the version that doesn't have the intro. The like 6-minute intro. And Bill keeps fucking corpsing. So, because that had no context, let me explain the context after this.
What?
Oh yeah, and that's the basement at Dad's house.
Oh. It's like you're not even playing. It's like you're not even playing. oh.
Victory
Victory.
Cola.
Victory Cola. You wouldn't know shit about that, would you? No. You would. Oh! Who won? Who won? Who won?
And Shane looks right down at Bill's dick.
What? Who won? Who won? Who won? Oh! Some more victory. It's like 4 rounds in a row. Oh, somebody lost. What? Hey. What? These nuts. My nuts.
Alright, you know what? Seriously, if you don't stop it, I'm about to piss in that bottle of victory you've been drinking on this whole time.
Oh yeah, all of our shit back there on the table
Dude, I
because
wanna
we're
see you
idiots
do
and
that.
forgot to move it.
Alright, you want to see this? You want me to piss in this fucking drink? Fine. It's happening. Oh.
That was the only take that we got of Bill where he didn't laugh. Now, the context to that is we literally went to Hardee's. That was our morning ritual. We would get together for the filming meeting, and we go down to Hardee's, we get our breakfast, we would sit down, and we would start discussing what it is that we were going to be recording for the day. Whether that was we were doing a What's Up, a Pages of Fandom, a Legacy of Gaming, a random bullshit episode, or if we had some scripted event that we were going to do. And we literally sat down, and the second we sat down, Bill goes, all right, who could be an asshole? And we were all confused as fuck. We were like, I mean, technically all of us can be assholes, yes. What do you want from us? So he says, sitting at work, and we came up with an idea. And you know what? I'm going to full screen this bitch, because we don't need to sit on the like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. So he goes, I come up with an idea for a skit. He goes, but I need somebody to be an asshole. Okay, all right, you know. So I gave it a shot, and he goes, no, you're not that big of an asshole. You need to move. So Nick sat down, and they started playing the game, and he goes, nope, you're not being a big enough asshole. You need to move. Shane, you're supposed to be the biggest asshole out of the group. Sit the fuck down. Try to be an asshole. So Shane sits down, doesn't do anything, just kind of sits there blankly. And he goes, oh, God damn it, I guess I'll do it myself. So he sits down, and they did the beginning part, where Spencer literally beat him in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And Bill just stands up and he goes, oh, I won! And slaps the controller out of his hand. What? And starts acting like a jackass. And all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, we get it. So Bill goes, all right, cool. If you guys know what's going on, we're going to need this and this and this and this. And in terms of props, everybody gets started on that shit. So I literally went up to the grocery store. I bought a bottle of food coloring and a bottle of water. And the bottle of water is one of those like squeezy bottle kind of things, like a legitimate like bottle of Dasani, but it's like a sippy bottle. And it had like a little, what is it? It had like a little circular disc thing in plastic, and I literally just pulled that bitch out, like twisted it up and popped it out. And surprisingly, it worked well because it actually made it when you added the yellow food coloring, which was way too goddamn much, which is why it came out almost orange as opposed to being like yellow. So it literally came out almost in a spiral, like when you're a dude and you're standing up to take a piss, and how the stream kind of almost spirals out of your piss slit. So, and I'm done chewing on that pen cap. So we also ended up getting like, I think I got like a 6-pack of Wild Cherry Pepsi, which they pulled the label off of, took a piece of notebook paper, folded it up, taped it up, and I can't remember who actually designed the Victory Cola label. I think it may have been Spencer, while we were kind of fucking around with the water bottle, like making sure it was going to spray out properly. But to be fair, Spencer's the kind of guy who literally would have whipped out his dick on camera and pissed in the fucking bottle. I mean, obviously we would have been in some deep, deep shit because YouTube doesn't want porno on there, but just saying. So we got all the props and everything set and ready to go. They had recorded a bunch of that extra shit ahead of time. And then we got down to the piss in a bottle scene. And Bill goes, hold up. And all of a sudden he makes a call to our disembodied voice, Jeremy. And he goes, Jeremy, I need audio clips. And Jeremy goes, okay, what kind of audio clips? He goes, I need sound effects, Jeremy. Okay, what kind of sound effects do you need? Jeremy, I need very important sound effects. And you could hear Jeremy because he doesn't have it on speakers. So you can just hear Jeremy through the phone going, what kind of sound effects you need, dumbass? And Bill goes, I need pissing. And there's a beat. And all of a sudden Bill goes, I need pissing, Jeremy. Like, Jeremy was like, what? What are you even talking about? So he literally went out and found 4 different sound effects of somebody taking a piss. And ended up, I'm going to make sure my wife doesn't stay on camera with her low-riding tank top. But yeah, so he literally ended up getting him the sound effects there for taking a piss, basically. So that was kind of the no context of that beginning portion. Now, I do want to check. All right, yes, we do have a couple more other videos to get to.
did that to myself. Alright.
Oh yeah, no, we could skip that. That was a little bit more behind the scenes. So we had originally filmed an intro of like everybody arguing kind of thing, like somebody was like chewing the shit out of somebody else, like, "Oh my god, your opinion is such horseshit." I don't remember if we actually used it for anything or if it ended up on like the cutting room floor. But that was basically like the us recording it kind of thing, being like, "Oh well, yeah, no, here's the arguments." Oh yeah, and then the fucking 1.5-minute intro. Yeah, don't go to Reploidproductions.com. It doesn't exist anymore.
Welcome to I Collect, the show where I show you what I've collected. And today I have too many items. Why? Here's why. The Nintendo came out with 3 major designs. These were, of course, the original NES, the NES.
Now, this is most definitely one of the best episodes that we had ever recorded. Now, I wasn't here for this one, so I'm kind of going to let them talk, and then I'll explain a little bit more once they actually start getting into the grading of everything.
NES Max and the NES Advantage. Now, for one reason or another, let's say that you're starting your retro collection, and you've never really done this before. You got your Nintendo. For some reason, you can only buy 1 or 2 controllers, and you don't want
And
to
while
waste
they
your
talk,
money
I'm
here,
gonna go make
but you want to
toast.
get the best controller for the system. So, to quote somebody, and I usually try to stay away from this, but to quote somebody who I watch a lot is James Rolfe, what's the most important concept of a video game? Well, being able to play it. And if your controller is shit, it doesn't matter how good the game is, you can't play it. So, if I have 3 different controllers, I need 3 different opinions. That way, it seems a little more balanced. And to do this, I'm gonna have to friend up again. So, hi.
Friend up!
There.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Is this what you brought me here for?
That's the NES Max, son.
Well, we'll just do this thing then.
Well, there's only 2 of us. And I still have this monstrosity of a controller, this giant thing. So I'm gonna friend up again. Bam, new friend.
Where the fuck am I?
You're right here with this controller.
Oh god, not this thing.
The thing's
This thing is ass.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Don't hold
You-
back. Tell us how you really feel.
You play Mario Brothers with this damn thing.
All right.
See how well you do.
To be fair here, we're gonna go through each category just like normal, and we're gonna talk about this one at a time, each with their own scores. So let's go straight into design. Going to design. The first thing design, talking about the NES, the original controller. What do I have to say about this controller?
Alright, so I'm going to pause it right here. So, the way that I Collect used to work is when we would sit down, as my white balance fixes itself, but we would sit down, we'd kind of go over everything, and we could assign either an even, a plus, or a negative to everything. And then at the end, you would basically add everything up and balance it out from there. So a double plus was like giving it a 5, a single plus was like a 4, an even was basically a 3, a negative was a 2, and a double negative was a 1. If anything got like multiple double negatives, it counted as a fucking 0. So that was basically how our scores kind of originated in terms of everything, as my cat screams for love and attention.
First, yes, it is small. However, this is one of those controllers where, just like the very first
Butter
time I
and
ever
toast.
put a PlayStation controller in my hands, it was instantly obvious how to use it.
Bubba.
It felt comfortable. It worked.
Well, you gotta be a turd.
And it worked well for every single game.
I know, you're being
That
a turd.
is a huge deal. They nailed it with this. This is one of the best controller designs ever done, period. And it's simple. Like, you wouldn't think that it'd be that big of a deal, but come on. Let's review some Nintendo real quick. This was NES, then we got the GameCube crappy controller, well, later on, but the Nintendo 64, I don't have 3 fucking hands. This thing is perfect, that's double plus, now it's someone else's turn.
Okay, so designed for the NES Max controller. My first experience using this was to play the first Turtles game.
And I gotta pause Spencer right here, because I do have a bit of a bone to pick with Bill. Because he brings up the GameCube controller, and surprisingly, the GameCube controller was one of the better controllers that Nintendo had come out with. He is right, the N64 controller was absolute god-awful horseshit. Like, it just... And mind you, I've been a Nintendo fanboy pretty much my entire life. And the reason being is because when I grew up, I owned an NES. Or, well, to be fair, my father owned an NES. And basically plopped my ass down in front of it to entertain me as an infant. So that way then him and my mom could get shit done around the house. Because, let's be honest, that's what most people do as parents. They don't want to entertain their kids when they've got shit to do. Like, you know, dishes and taking out the garbage and running errands and, you know, well, obviously not running errands, not without, you know, somebody else being there. Sorry, finishing up peanut buttering my toast. But, like, obviously it's, you know, you've got shit to do. You've got, you know, your significant other sitting at home, watching the kids, as I get peanut butter all over my fucking shirt, damn it. But yeah, your significant other's at home, they're watching the fucking kids, they're keeping an eye on everything. You know, and you could go run errands, or go do the dishes, or go mow the yard, or pay bills, or, you know, get caught up on anything you need to get caught up on. TV, laundry, you know, whatever. Vacuuming, making the bed, doing some fucking. Because let's be honest, a lot of parents end up doing that. That's the reason why it is that some people have, like, 27 fucking kids. Because either the wife can't say no, or the husband is just so fucking convincing that he could just be like, baby, we got like 5 minutes, let's get it on. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to leave it be. But he brings up the GameCube controller. And no, that was one of the better controllers that Nintendo had. The N64, yeah, that one was dog shit. The Super Nintendo, that one was fucking awesome. The Switch controller, the Wii U, no, that one was another dog shit. And then, of course, the Switch, when they work and they're not experiencing Joy-Con drift or syncing issues or anything along those lines, depending upon what generation of Switch you have, as well as if you don't have, like, what was the fucking the mid-generation Switch, basically, because there was a Switch, then it was like the Pro or some shit, where it was basically just a fucking tablet, and then there was then now there's the OLED. But either way, like I said, any of them where it was either just a tablet, or it was like a fucking gimmick, like I said, with the Wii, which was kind of alright, but you can bust your TV if you're stupid about it. Like, To be fair, fucking, with the Xbox, the Duke fucking sucked. The 360 was fan-fucking-tastic, and they haven't changed the design since. With the PlayStation, the first PlayStation controller, it was alright. Then they added the dual sticks, and they haven't touched it fucking since. So obviously when it comes down to the controllers, they kind of learned from Nintendo, don't fuck around and just make a bunch of random shit, just for the sake of making a bunch of random shit. But fucking Nintendo could do whatever. Now, when it came down to Sega, yeah, Sega had some fucked up controllers. Because even though I love the system to death, the fucking Dreamcast, yeah, that controller was a little bit dog shit. So I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna eat toast.
So already I got stuck with a bad game, and Bill said, try this. I was like, okay, well, it's It feels...
I asked you which controller you wanted.
I said surprise me. I did not think you were going to throw this thing at me.
It's a good thing you didn't throw this thing at you.
Well, I probably wouldn't be here. Okay, so this feels cheap. I'm sorry. Compared to this controller, I feel like I'm holding something that's actually worth a damn. This thing feels...
And Spencer's right. That controller does feel like cheap plastic that could break in your hand at any moment. In fact, I had a version of that controller. It wasn't licensed by Nintendo. I believe it was actually a third-party controller because it looked like the standard NES like brick controller, but it had turbo buttons at the top and then your regular buttons at the bottom. Or maybe it was switched, I don't remember, because I remember being able to like sit down and play through like Super Mario Brothers 3, which to this day, I don't know how my dad has managed it, but my dad would play Super Mario Brothers 3 with me all the fucking time, to a point where even to this day, he still has the fucking secret world, in quotes, like the little tarot card memory match flip game. He has all of those boards memorized. Like it's 4 different boards that no, it's only 3 different boards you can get. Obviously with a 4x3 grid pattern. So it's 12 different cards, or no. Was it 4x5? No, it was 3x5. No, because then that'd be 15. That'd be uneven. So yeah, it was either 3 row. Well, I know it was definitely 3 rows, but it was either 3x4 or 3x6. I don't fucking remember. But he literally had all of those combinations literally memorized. Still does to this day. But I remember being able to like run, jump, and then if I needed to like throw the fireballs, I could just hit the turbo button and just be like, and just fireball the shit out of anybody and everything in my way.
Feels like it's going to break, okay? It's got 2 extra buttons, turbo. It's got what might passably be called a joystick. It doesn't bounce back to position. It sounds like a baby rattle. The D-pad is this circle around the outside of this, sorry excuse for a joystick. And these turbo buttons I didn't try to use because, look, as far as this thing goes, I'm going to have to give it like a double negative. I hate this controller.
Damn, son.
It's garbage. Look, I wouldn't use that controller to play the best Nintendo game, much less the first Turtles game.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But what we got here is, oh Jesus balls, it's heavy. Ugh! This hunking monstrosity that should have just been on an arcade table and stayed there. There are too many damn buttons. Too many. I mean, you got the slow button right there. Yeah, get rapid pause. Woo! Who cares? I mean, come on. You got the slow button. You got your start and select button. Yeah, that's kind of cool that they're there. You get a little switch because this thing, unlike all those, takes up both of your damn controller ports.
That means you only
But the upside is, you just pass the controller off to your buddy like you're playing Mario. You just go, oh, I'm player 1, you're player 2. Oh, you're up. Bip. Player 2's controlling.
Now I'm done
Oh,
eating toast.
bip. Player 1's back.
I mean, I guess that's
You got
handy.
really huge buttons. I mean, look at this. There's your A and B buttons. Here are your A and B buttons.
Yep.
Basically, you just ripped out the console of a freaking arcade table and just brought it in home.
Yeah, but that was the
But-
idea behind the controller.
I know. I mean, yeah, it was a great idea. I mean, hell, the turbo buttons are right here. You press that down. You tweak the knob up here to see how fast you want it to go. Just hold the button down. So, I mean, that in its own is great if you're playing shitty games like Silver Surfer and you need a rapid tap button.
Nick's favorite
But other
game.
than that, I mean, try playing Mario with that.
But there were hundreds of games that needed turbo.
Yeah, no, not really.
You ever play track and field?
All right, track and field other than that, but the problem
Without
with
the
that is
mat?
you still have to go back and forth. If you have the turbo, it doesn't work the same way. You fail a lot
I'll
more.
Make it work.
We shall see. The worst part about this controller, though, is the joystick. This thing is garbage.
I would rather have joystick than.
All right. I can't say it's true garbage because that is true garbage. This is annoying as shit when you're trying to play certain games. I tried playing this on Mario. I died so many times because I'm using this.
I've got a directional circle.
Yeah, I know. You kind of got boned on that.
Thing is epic.
That thing is epically ass.
Oh, now my
But
children
it
are
sure-
killing
I
each
mean-
other. Lovely.
For its design, I mean, it did what it was designed to do. I mean, hell, you got 2 players on 1 controller anyways.
And it does
I mean,
emulate the arcade pretty
Yes,
good.
it does. So, honestly, I'll have to give it a plus. I mean, I was never a huge fan of it because it always pissed me
Although now I'm actually trying to think, how many actual physical arcade games like fucking Street Fighter were on the original Nintendo where you would actually need to do like a down to toward punch or like a back toward back kick, you know what I mean, to pull off a move. Because most of those like arcade fighters in that didn't actually start coming to home consoles in my memory until like the Super and the Genesis. So to be fair, no, Nick is slightly right in the fact of having a giant joystick didn't really mean anything to... Huh. Just a dumb thought. Whatever.
off a bit, but it does get the job done for what it was designed to do. So I guess now we got to move over to size. And I'll go ahead and start that thing off. This thing is fucking huge. Huge.
Now we're gonna skip through this.
There's like almost no easy way to store this thing. You literally have to be like, all right, so wrap up that controller, wrap.
There, let's... There we
It's
go.
like the bad predecessor to the GameCube controller because the GameCube controller actually functions correctly. So negative. I'm
Yep.
done. Moving on to product.
Product.
Oh, so I must have moved a little bit too ahead.
Okay, when we talk product,
So it was functionality, size, and then yes, and then product.
these were designed to play games on.
So now we're gonna move ahead a little bit more. All right, let's try here.
I mean, some people play better with the joystick, especially nowadays, because that's all we play with.
And also, if somebody breaks into your home, you have a self-defense weapon.
Yeah, it's true. I could probably beat someone with this. And, well, that, and I got a whip feature, too. Yeah, so, yeah.
Calm down, Richter. Put that down.
So, honestly, I'll have to give this a double plus, definitely, for cost. I mean, it's well worth it.
Oh yeah, cost was
especially
the other
if you got
thing.
games like Track and Field, Silver Surfer, Caveman games, that actually was pretty useful on that, too. But, you know, anything that really needs a turbo function, or just if you're more into, like, the arcade stuff, this would help you out a little bit more. So, definitely double plus.
All right, now we're going to have to move on to the conclusion. All right, now we conclude these. First, design, double plus.
Double negative.
Single plus.
Next was size, plus.
Minus.
Minus.
Next was product, double plus.
Double plus.
Double plus.
Lastly was cost, double plus.
Double negative.
Double plus.
So, in conclusion, NES original controller, that's 5 out of 5.
NES Max, 0 out of 5.
NES Advantage, 4 out of 5.
This has been I Collect, where I show you what I've collected. Today was worth it.
This has been I Collect, where I've shown you what I've collected. And this has been worth it.
And And this has been I Collect, where we show you what we've collected, and I'm sorry I showed you this piece of shit.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.
Now, whoops, fuck. We got through most of it. Last up is Shane Butcher's a Name, but we're not going to go that far. So, we're going to go back a bit. A boop a doop a doop a doop a doop. Sneeze. Like I said, I didn't play everything. There's still a cookout with the fandom crew to see, like, what kind of stupid shit we do. Behind the scenes, just us hanging out. There's the 50 Shades of Norman Bates, which is Bill reviewing 50 Shades of Grey back when it first came out 9 years ago. We got through most of this, except for the Pokemon, which it's kind of an interesting watch to see, like, some behind-the-scenes shit. But it's kind of a hard watch because the audio is a little bit shit. I skipped Super Star Wars just because there are a lot of gamer words in there and I don't remember where they're all placed, so I won't be able to talk over them to kind of keep everybody happy. I skipped Shane Butcher's a Name just because obviously Shane's not here to laugh at himself, so it's kind of a waste. And again, I already did all of the classic versus modern movie monsters on my channel, so Sario Says. And the Bruce Lee Part 1 of the 100th episode special that we did. I'm skipping that bitch only because all I can find is Part 1 and nothing else. So, if it fucking comes down to it, let me do this. Let me go to my channel. A boop, a boop, a boop, and a boop. So, let me... There. So if you go to my channel, that @Sario Says right there. So youtube.com/@Sario Says, or maybe it's youtube.com/channel/@Sario Says. I don't remember how to do it. But if you just type in Sario Says, you can go there and you can find it. I've literally been in the middle of playing Yakuza Like a Dragon over off of my channel. I may end up doing some more episodes. Well, no, I take that back because it's 11:30. I'm going to eat my last 3 pieces of peanut butter toast, and then I'm going to go lay down and go to bed. I will be on that live tomorrow, starting at 7 a.m. Central Time, if not a little bit before, depending upon when it is that I get home and whether I need to shit, shower, and shave, or if I just decide, fuck it, I'm going to come home, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, it's my Friday, I'm just going to start fucking playing a game. So, I usually stream almost every single day off of Sario Says, but, like I said, that's up to you guys. I don't really go on YouTube or Twitter or Blue Sky or into the Discord and post that I'm live streaming anymore, so feel free to sub to my channel and check it out. But, like I said, there was... Let me go... Latest... Return of the Dragon, no. Storytime with Uncle... Right here. So this Reploid Productions versus Fandom Night, that was me going over the monster movie fights. I felt like it went okay. I know I got into a whole heap and helping of bullshit because Bill watched and he's like, sounds like somebody's getting a little bit pissed off that his side fucking lost in this. But again, that's kind of the reason of this list. We're going back to the old ways. I need to have a list, damn it. And I've also got another list, which this list is basically stuff that I need to throw into my Google Drive to send to Bill, such as the What's Ups and some of the old Reploid production videos that we've gone through. Like I said, if you guys want to watch me play Yakuza Like a Dragon, feel free to stop by onto my channel and we'll hang out and do some stuff. Otherwise, like I said, I'm pretty much going to end it here. And I probably need to turn this down a bit, don't I don't know. It's hard to tell because this is kind of a loud rocking song. Yeah, there we go. I do need to turn it down just a little bit. But either way, like I said, guys, I'm going to take off. I know it's only 11:30 and I did an hour and a half for you guys today. Technically an hour and 45, but that's because of the 10-minute wait time. I know here in 2 weeks we should be back and it should be everybody. So that should be on the 9th. Again, keyword is should be everybody. I can't guarantee that. Seeing as how Bill is quite literally in the middle of, like I said before, minimum 12 in a row, if not 13 in a row. So I feel bad for him. But like I said, we'll be back, even if it's got to be just me, Shane, and Nick with no Bill, or even if it's just me by myself. I'm going to try to keep us going. Let me know, and definitely let all of us know down in the comments whether you did enjoy the D&D episode we did 2 weeks ago. And obviously we watched a bunch of our old stuff. So next time I'm going to flip a coin, and either I'm playing a video game for you guys so you can be bored out of your minds as I, sit here and annoy the crap out of you, since I'm as entertaining as watching paint dry. Or we could do a fan Q&A over off the Discord. So I'll announce that now. If we don't have everybody together, we're either going to do a fan Q&A over off the Discord, or if it's just me, I'm going to play a video game. After flipping a coin, obviously. I'll leave it up to RNGesus. Put it in his grubby hands. But I'm going to head out. I'll catch you guys later.